There's a lot of history in these hills at the Watkins Lake State Park and County Preserve. And the first person who owned this land from Europe was Royal and Sally Watkins. And they owned this farm land over this way in the 1830s. And they were actually heavily involved with the Underground Railroad. So since they operated such a large farm, over 1,000 acres, they needed a lot of help, so they did a lot of hiring of freed slaves from the South. And one particular story about one of their employees was a freed slave named John White. And John White was freed from Kentucky, and the man he was freed from in Kentucky was not happy about that. So he actually put out a search party to come find John White, and they heard that he was living on this land that was owned by Royal Watkins. So through a lot of different help from the Watkins family and from another Mrs. Laura Haviland, John Watkins heard about this, that these Kentucky people were trying to come back and capture him, basically kidnap him. So he was able to escape before they arrived. And when these people from Kentucky did arrive, they surrounded the farm, and they didn't find who they were looking for, John White. So they were pretty upset. And Royal Watkins was the one who told him, yeah, I let him go. So I warned him about you guys coming and sent him on his way. And a quote from Mr. Watkins, and I'm reading here, says, and he's talking about another person, Laura Haviland, who helped escape this John White, says, "We have not seen her, and I want you to understand that there are others, myself included, who are ready to do as much to save a self-freed slave from being taken back to southern bondage as Mrs. Haviland. Mr. White, the freed slave, is highly esteemed wherever he is known, and we would not see him go back from whence he came without making great effort to prevent it." And sure enough, they didn't. So they didn't find Mr. White. And if you want to read the whole story, because I left a lot out to get this short video, I'll link it in the description. There's a great story from the Washtenaw County Parks and Rec Commission that you can read in full on their website.